Hashtag After Dark Stories, Episode 5, Mystery, the Taos hum. Imagine a sound you can't escape. Low, constant, somewhere between a diesel engine idling and a note played on a bass string. Felt more than heard. You check outside, nothing. You go to another room, it follows. You drive to a different part of town, it's still there. You mention it to your neighbor. They look at you blankly. They can't hear it at all. This is the reality for a small percentage of residents in Taos, New Mexico, and it has been their reality since at least the early 1990s. What they're experiencing has a name, the Taos hum, and despite decades of investigation, no one has ever definitively explained it. Reports of the hum began surfacing around 1991. Residents described the same phenomenon, a persistent low-frequency sound somewhere between 30 and 80 hertz, audible primarily indoors and most disturbing at night. It caused headaches, disrupted sleep, and in some cases drove people to the edge of what they could tolerate. Congress took it seriously enough to authorize a formal investigation in 1993. Researchers from multiple universities, Sandia National Laboratories, Los Alamos, Phillips Air Force Research Laboratory, descended on Taos with sensitive equipment. Their conclusion was both revealing and deeply unsatisfying. They confirmed the hum was real. It could be measured, but its source could not be identified. The instruments detected it. No origin point could be traced. And here is the detail that makes this stranger than almost any other unsolved mystery. Only about 2% of the local population can hear it. 2%, which means 98 out of every 100 people walk through the same air in the same town and hear nothing unusual at all. The theories, predictably, span the full range of human imagination. Military or government activity is the most persistent explanation. Taos sits near several sensitive installations, including Kirtland Air Force Base and a number of federal research facilities. Some researchers have suggested the hum could be the acoustic byproduct of ELF, extremely low frequency, communications, the kind used to communicate with submarines. These signals are long-range, penetrating, and largely invisible to standard detection. Geological explanations have also been offered. The region sits on a significant geological rift, the Rio Grande Rift, and some scientists have proposed that tectonic microactivity or fluid movement deep underground could produce low-frequency vibration that travels upward through bedrock. The mass psychoacoustics theory suggests something more unsettling, that what some people are experiencing is generated internally by their own nervous systems or auditory processing, triggered and then amplified by shared expectation. In other words, the hum might, for some sufferers, be coming from inside them. None of these theories has been proven, none has been ruled out. And the hum continues. Taos is not the only location. Similar phenomena have been reported in Bristol, England, Largs, Scotland, and Windsor, Ontario. In each case, real symptoms, recorded evidence, no confirmed source. Here is what I want to leave you with tonight. We tend to assume that the unexplained is simply the not yet explained. But the Taos hum has had 30 years of serious scientific attention, government resources, and genuine investigation, and it remains open. So I'm asking you, which theory do you find most convincing? And if you live somewhere with a hum, I want to hear from you directly. Tell me what it sounds like. Tell me what it does. Drop it in the comments. Someone else out there needs to know they're not alone. Hashtag After Dark Stories. Don't watch alone.